Hi everyone, welcome back to Lifestyle by Folasade. If you're new here, my close friends call me Sade, and welcome to episode 1 of the Post-Grad Survival Guides. Today, we're talking about why most people pick the wrong major and how you can avoid this. If you haven't already, get your cup of tea, grab a snack, and get cozy because we're going in. Let's talk majors. All right, so picking a major is something that almost every student stresses about. Why? Because you're fresh out of high school or in your final year and you're told to pick a career that you want to do for the rest of your life. And if you pick the wrong decision, you might be stuck for the rest of your life. But I'm here to tell you that's not really the case. I'm going to break down for you why most people actually pick the wrong major, how you can combine both passion and practicality, and beyond your major, what actually matters. So let's go. First things first, why do so many people pick the wrong major? And the simple answer is pressure. There are so many external pressures that we have on us from our family who are telling us, go to school, become a doctor, become a nurse, become a lawyer, or from your friends who are telling you, go to this school, go to that school, pick this program, or choose what's cool. And then you have that feeling of being left behind, that FOMO of being the only odd one out, the only one that's not moving up or moving on. So maybe you pick something on a whim and you feel like you're stuck with that for the rest of your life. But the truth is, you're really not. See, my roommate, for example, she chose the first degree in the pamphlet that she saw because her parents wanted her to go to school. But if you take a moment and step back and choose clarity over pressure, you can choose something that actually sounds cool that you would see yourself doing in the future. Now, the next big debate is passion versus practicality. Some people will tell you, follow your passions, follow your dream. You're young, but guess what? Passion doesn't always pay the bills. And then you have other people that are like, do what's practical. You need to pay bills. You need to find something that's employable. And while I like some sides of both extremes, I don't agree with them completely. I think the best place is to find somewhere in the middle. You need to find something that you're passionate about, that you can see yourself doing, that you can see yourself enjoying. And 2, you also need to be practical and understand that every employer out there is looking for skills, real life skills. Think of it like going to the gym. You don't love every rep that you're doing, but over time, the effort will compound to make you stronger in the long run. Next, let's talk transferable skills. And here is what nobody talks about enough. For every job on the market out there right now, you're going to need at least 4 skills: writing, communication, problem solving, and the ability/willingness to learn. If you have any of these 4 skills or a combination of these skills, you are highly employable. Focus on getting skills now so you have many options later. I want to tell you a little story about this girl I met last week. She told me she studied accounting, but now she works in event planning. She acquired so many transferable job skills from accounting that brought her perfectly right into event planning. It doesn't matter the major that she studies. What matters is that she has skills that make her employable. Okay, I know I've thrown all this information at you, but before we go, let's talk about how to actually pick a major without losing your mind. Step 1, perform a self-audit. Figure out what you actually like to do, what don't you like to do, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses. Then 2, research beyond the degree. Find out what are employers actually looking for. 3, mix and match. You don't need to pick one perfect degree to major in. You can do a mix of courses, certificates, minors, electives that align with both your passions and practicality. For example, when I started my undergrad degree, I was in an undeclared major, meaning I had no idea what I wanted to do, meaning I'm highly credible to make this video for you. What I ended up doing was I picked a minor and a major and then settled for a double bachelor's. I wanted to follow both my passion and pick something practical, which led me to a human rights and equity studies and human resource management. Number 4, focus on skills. Focus on transferable skills like having the ability to problem solve or ability and willingness to learn. These will carry you farther than any piece of paper. Bottom line, don't stress. Clarity comes from exploring. The more you try, the more you learn. So here are your key takeaways. Remember, no major locks you in forever. Pressure does more damage than indecisiveness. And focus on gaining skills along the way than what you're going to do in the end. Having those skills will lead you to the perfect opportunity. Next time on Post-Grad Survival Guide, we're getting real and honest. We're talking, is a degree really even worth it anymore? Stay tuned. Don't forget to hit subscribe, follow along so you never miss an episode of Post-Grad Survival Guide. And remember, post-grad does not have to be stressful. You just need a plan. Until next time, bye.